to sit and really think about what is going on in my life. I felt the weight of the world for me to do great. Hey, what's up, 1428 family? It's Dondre Brown, here to bring you more information to help you invest in your family, your finances, and your future. Dropping another investing video as always. So, how did today go? Yesterday for me was crazy waiting on DoorDash. I learned so much through that process, especially how DoorDash has this or entered the IPO in a bidding format. I was not ready for it. I was sitting there with my money and my purchasing or my buying power. Threw me off, right? So I was preparing for Airbnb, and I definitely learned that though it was a little different, very similar. It took a while for Airbnb to hit for me, so I was literally watching my phone all day. I don't know if I like that model personally, but if they're going to continue to do that, I'm going to develop strategies to be able to deal with it, such as being able to have a few different orders prepared. I remember with DoorDash, I had an order prepared and I did not bid the right amount. So I had to wait, and then I had to cancel that order and jump back in. It was a lot going on. So for Airbnb, what I did was I waited until it hit and then tried to jump on it as soon as I could, which allowed me to jump in the market. So I'll show you a little bit about what I did today. So speaking of what I did, as I always like to do, jump on my phone. Again, my apps are organized. I want people to understand that organization is important, not only for the stock market or your business, but for life, right? So there are some things that you should be able to organize, such for example, my apps. Having my apps organized has literally saved my life and saved me time. So let's jump into my investing section, jump into Robinhood. So today, a little better than yesterday by like a couple $100s, but still not too good. But I want people to understand, especially our beginning investors, you're going to have up days, you're going to have down days. If you look at this, I mean, in the week I'm down, in the month I'm up, 3 months I'm up 2,100, year 1,800, right? That's how it's going to go, especially if you're investing and trying to invest intentionally over time. You're going to have good days and bad days, similar to this map. But let me jump into Airbnb. So I got into Airbnb at 154, right? This is the importance of when to pull out, depending on what you want to do, right? If you consider a long-term play, short-term play. So you see here, I got in early at like it was like 150. Okay, I got in at 154, but it went as high as 165, right? I seen that and I was like, ooh, should I pull it? It's like, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer, right? Very similar to DoorDash, did the same thing with DoorDash. And then it dropped. Once it dropped for me, I didn't want to sell. First of all, it was because I was going to lose. So what I have to do is wait until tomorrow. So I have to hold this until tomorrow morning because something similar is going to happen. Same thing happened with DoorDash, and then I pulled out once I had my profit, right? So if you were looking for different strategies, first of all, this is a highly volatile strategy. It is not guaranteed, but when I've been looking at these IPOs hitting, and most stocks that I've been investing in, they go up in the day very early and then they start to shoot back down. So for Airbnb, it's probably going to go up a little bit more. I'm going to get my profit, or even if I break even, and then I'm gonna pull out and then buy in the next dip. That is my strategy. My goal is not to lose a lot of money. So right now I'm down $350. Pre-market things are starting to look a little great for Airbnb. But again, the same thing happened with DoorDash when I wanted to get out and I missed my opportunity. I held, and then I was able to get out and make a profit, right? So I'll update you on how that went. Other things is, I was telling you about a penny stock, PLG, right? Let's go check on this penny stock because it's on my watch list. So PLG is a penny stock that produces platinum and palladium, right? And it's used to cover next generation batteries, meaning that they're going to be servicing the next generation EV stock batteries, right? So these electronic vehicles, right? And I put it on my watch list to see how it's doing. And overall today, it had a pretty good day. It's up $1, right? And then after hours market is doing pretty well. So I'm looking at this as a semi long-term play. And the reason why I say semi long-term play is because if you look at what companies are trying to do, they're trying to get away from using platinum and palladium to cover electronic batteries. So you have to stay abreast of that news and see if anything comes out. I don't see anything coming out this year, so, or going into next year. So maybe 2 to 3 years from now, but always keep looking at it. But at the same time, this play is a pretty decent play. Again, I always tell people to trust but verify. I'm not your financial advisor, but I'm going to try to give you resources and information that has helped me invest in the stock market. So I want you to be able to do the same. So if you do have this on your watch list, or you've already jumped in it, leave in the comment section, how's it going? How have you been able to benefit? Other companies I want to get into, because again, I've been reading your comments. Somebody talked about Disney. I think they put an option out on Disney. Trade option. I think they were putting a call on Disney. Look how Disney did today, right? They did pretty well, especially after hours. They're up $4, right? So Disney is doing really well. Okay, so they just laid out their streaming platform for the future, and which impacted their stock. So I anticipate their stock going up tomorrow, right? So if you are looking for an opportunity to jump in, you may want to give that a shot, or put it on your watch list, because I am now adding it to my watch list. Just to see how things go. But at the same time, I'm learning so much about the stock market. I'm learning that there are many different ways you can invest in the stock market, different approaches, whether you have your long-term plays or you just want to get in and scrape some profit and get back out. It's all up to you. I was talking to an individual, and this person was talking about how investing is very confusing for them, right? They just can't get it, which again could be understandable. But after consistently talking to that person, they kind of get it. They're just nervous about investing their money, right? Because it sounds good when you're talking about it, but when you see your money moving, whether you're getting some or losing some, it just changes your whole emotional state, right? So as I tell people, focus on your mindset, your momentum, and your money, right? So mindset, there are going to be times, if you are a long-term investor, where you're going to have to put some of your, invest into some of your companies and just let it ride, right? Don't watch it every single second and every day. That's what I did when I first started investing. I was all in the phone. I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't paying anybody attention. I wasn't focused. So I got frustrated. I said, this is stupid. Like, I'm not really dealing with it, right? Depending on your approach, day traders, you got to watch, right? You got to really look at and make some of those flips and turns. Long-term investors, you kind of sit it in there. You'll go in and check and see how things are doing. You'll go on Yahoo Finance. You'll go on Tip Ranks. You'll go look at YouTubers and see what they're saying. And then you got to keep it moving, right? So you always got to put yourself in a position that when you're looking at certain stocks, depending on your approach, give it some time, right? There is no rush. But again, hopefully you like this information. Hopefully it's been helpful for you. If it is, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, share on social media. I am here to give you transparent information about the stock market, because I'm learning. For me, honestly, it's becoming more fun because I'm learning more. But I tell people, you either gonna pay for the education or you're gonna pay through your learning experience. So I'm paying both ways, mainly through my learning experience. So I've invested some, lost some, but I'm also gaining that knowledge and that confidence. But again, my goal is to give you that information. Hopefully it helps. If you like this video, make sure you share it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.